I know we're live. I'm just setting a few things up. Okay. One more thing. All right. All right. So I figured I would just do a live stream of this since I'm just sitting in here by myself working on my Lego City expansion. But move this light real quick. So what I'm doing here is I'm working on my Lego City expansion. It's been a while since I've done a Lego City update and or any type of build for my Lego City. So what I'm basically doing is a modified version of, I'm kind of using this little goofy little Marvel Daily Bugle set as inspiration, but taking that thing and actually making it an actual full building. And this is a corner building, so you can see what I have right now is the first floor, second floor, working on it. I finished the second floor, actually. I'm working on the third floor, and I need the roof to go. So you can kind of see it's modular format. So when you take the levels off, you can see the inside of each floor. There's a second floor. Now, kind of typical to what I do with my Lego City is I don't typically detail any of the interior, with the exception of the first floor. That's usually where I do a little bit of interior detailing, but for the most part, I don't do much detailing on the inside at all. And it's not that I don't want to, it's just when I show these models, it shows it's pretty much impossible to show the inside of a model. So I don't even bother with it. So my second level, or I guess third level, is going to be very similar to the second level. There's a few things I changed. It's really this transition from the first level to the second. There's this real big band right here, and then from the second to the third, it's going to be a smaller band. So it's kind of a standard architectural style or nomenclature that when you go up, usually the bands get smaller and further apart. All right, grab some more plates. I actually just need a 1x4 plate. All right, so that basically is where the walls are going to go all the way around. And let's see, I guess I could start to put some of those on. And I always try to overlap the seams, so when a plate comes together, it's probably hard to see on the stream, but like right here, there's two plates that are joining, and right here at this corner, there's two plates. So what I'll try to do is put a brick over those two plates. That way it helps hold everything together. If you've built any type of Lego set, then that's pretty much the same technique that all Lego sets use. All right, so I need two 1x3s and a 1x1. quite a few plates off to the side that I used on the first couple levels. So you can kind of see, well, I don't know how well you can see, but my build space here is a pretty big mess. Usually what I'll do when I start building is I'll grab the whole bin of a particular part that I need and just dump it out and scavenge for all the parts that I need. And then end of day or whenever I'm done building for the time being, I will put everything back in its bin and I'll be good. But you can tell I've kind of got it all spread out everywhere now. So when I walk off camera, I'm going to all my containers of parts behind me, grabbing the pieces that I need to move on to the next little step that I've made. This is going to be a new model that I'm bringing to my next Brick Universe show, which is going to be in a couple weeks. So this, other than people that have seen it on YouTube like you have, you're watching it right now. The best way to see it live is at Brick Universe, Oklahoma City. All right, so we're moving on to the next little set of detailing here. So I'm going to start making my space for the windows. It's basically going to consist of these dark tan masonry profile bricks. So you see I grabbed the whole bin of them. That's kind of how I build, and that's why I sort by part type, so that way I can just grab the whole bin. I know a lot of people like to sort by color. Now this one happens to be by part and color, but you can see, like, for example, this bin just has all of the, well, a handful of colors, similar colors in the same part. So it just makes it easier for me to build when I can find the one bin that has the part I need and I can easily find the color out of it. Similar to, say, this bin. These are all my 2x2 jumper tiles, and it's just it's easier for me to find the color I'm looking for out of this bin versus trying to find that one piece out of a bin full of the same color. What's up, Lego Home Life? Thanks for subscribing. All right, I think I got the next little batch of parts. So same color scheme. I'm using this dark tan color right behind the masonry profile brick to create the column area all the way around the building. And this is going to look, well, it doesn't really look like the brick bank. The only thing I'm really stealing from the brick bank is this little detail where they use the round fluted brick. Other than that, well, I did steal the Brick Bank clock. Other than that, it's basically my own creation. Let's see, I need a corner brick or something in there. So my bin of 1x1s. This is my 1x1 bin. There's so many in here. It's actually kind of hard to find that particular color I'm looking for. This is the color I was looking for. Clock is falling off. Sometimes this is where it gets a little crazy when you put all of the same parts in one bin. But I was able to find what I'm looking for. So moving on to the next part, we have these slopes we're going to put in here. So this is basically going to be the windowsill for the openings of the window. I ran out of 2x4 slopes, so I'm just going to use 2 of the 2x2 slopes. So that creates the opening. You can see we're replicating kind of what was down here up here, because this is basically going to be the third level. Very similar to what we're using for the second level. All right, so the next thing is I need a layer of dark bluish gray plates all the way around to kind of cap it off. You can see right here how I have that line of dark bluish gray going through there. So that's, and you can see that detail consistently across the whole model, all these layers of that dark bluish gray. So that's basically what's next here. So I will start grabbing all of those parts. So what I did up on the bottom side is I just used 2x here, and then I just used the regular plates there. So I don't have very many here right now. Let me grab them out of my bins right behind me. And if anyone that's seen my room tour videos on my channel, if you haven't, you have to check those out some other time. You don't have to do it now, but you'll know what bins I'm grabbing everything from, because I've showed them all in my room tour. So you have to check that out. If you haven't seen it, check them out. All right. Lego Home Life says, how do you do a live stream video? There's certain qualifications you have to have as a YouTube channel. I think it's like 1,000 subs and have to be in good standing. But after you meet the qualifications, there's just a tab off to the left-hand side that says go live or something like that. It's actually very, very simple. What's up, Shelby Cute? How's it going? Thanks for joining me tonight. Working on this Daily Bugle mug. It's not really a Daily Bugle. It's more like a newspaper I don't want to rip it off as being a Daily Bugle, but it's going to go in my custom Lego City. I'm going to have to do a video of it once I have it all out. I'm going to actually take it all out. It's been in boxes ever since my last show that I went to, where I had it all set up. I haven't taken it out. It's literally in plastic crates in the garage. But I have a show coming up in 2 weeks, so I want to get it all out and make some refinements to my Lego City. And this new building that I'm building is going to be an addition to it. So this should be fun to see something new in the city. And I know a lot of people that go to the shows, you know, when I go to different cities to display my Lego City. Everyone that sees it in those shows, it's all new to them. But to me, it kind of gets boring because it's the same thing over and over again. So that's why I'm doing a new building for it, just because it's boring for me. Cool. Thanks for watching all my videos, Shelby. Appreciate that. So you probably seen my room tours and Lego City tours, all my haul videos I've done. All right, so we kind of have the foundation built for the 3rd floor. So the walls are actually going to go really quick because I like to use these panels. And these panels, you can see I'm pulling them from sets that I've built in the past. So some of them have stickers on it, but I don't really care because they're going to be on the inside. It's going to be dark on the inside. You really won't be able to see anything in there. So you can see me just adding these panels real quick. Fills up a lot of space. Okay. All right, so we have the panels. That kind of quickly blocks out the shape of everything. And then I use these taller 1x2 panels, or bricks, I guess. And it will quickly make a lot of these pilaster pieces for the ends. Need 2 more. What's up, Donnie? Looks like Brick Daddy's in the house. Why don't you make instructions for it? So Tom Siricone, I think I'm saying that right. Probably not saying it right. Yes, how come I don't make instructions for my mock? It's hard when I'm just building it on the fly. I mean, I build it, and if I don't like something, I take it apart and I build it back, and it's kind of one of those art forms that's kind of fluid and it's always changing. So even after I build this, there's going to be a time when I'm going to make changes to it. So if I ever try to make instructions, if I'm never done with the mock, I mean, how can I make instructions? It's just, in my mind, it's, you know, an artist doesn't necessarily show you how they sculpt everything or give you instructions how to do it. It's more or less you have to use your own artistic take and do one yourself. So that's the beauty of mocks. It's an art form, and you know, I don't really care to make instructions in it because I'd rather see someone, use as inspiration and actually build something on their own. So Donnie asks, when I build, do I free build or use a program? No, kind of. I free build it. So kind of what you see that I'm doing right here. There's I just have parts everywhere. They're scattered out. I grab one of my bins. So I got this bin here, and I'm just building. You know, and there's a lot of trial and error. But to be honest with you, I've done so many of these cities. I mean, buildings for my city that I've kind of figured out proportions and how to make each building look architecturally right. So the buildings are the easiest for me. I think I have 3 sci-fi mocks that I'm kind of in the progress of working on, just for a variation and not all Lego City type stuff. And those are harder for me because I haven't quite figured out some of the tricks, I guess you would call it, or techniques. I need to make room here. So yeah, everything I do is all free build stuff. No program. I've actually looked at some of the programs and I downloaded a couple of them and tried them. And for the learning curve and the fact that it took away time from actually building, I valued my time of actually building it to be worth more than trying to learn a program and then try to build something from the program. All right. So I think we've got that part done. All right, Shelby, good night. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching my videos. Donna asks if I'm building a mock using the brick bank. Actually, no. This is predominantly tan and dark tan color. The brick bank is white and light bluish gray. And I know that because I have a copy of it built on a table behind me. Actually, my youngest son built it about a month ago. I let him build it because I wasn't going to build it. I was just going to take it out of the box and use the parts. So I was like, hey, since I'm just going to use this for parts, do you want to build this? It took him a couple weeks to build it, but he built it. All right. Are they going to do a brick universe for Ohio? I don't know. The last I think they have a Cleveland coming up. That's a little too far for me. I am doing Oklahoma City in a few weeks. So that one's only about a 2.5 hour drive from my house. So I'll be showing this at Oklahoma City. But I do remember glancing at their schedule, and I believe there is a Cleveland. But don't quote me on that. I may be wrong. All right. The bricks everywhere. All right, I'm grabbing all my parts for my next step. I'm actually going to need quite a few of these black plates. I'm going to grab a few of the bins while I'm at it. I think I did that wrong. All right, I remember I made a change last night to my window detail. Let's see. So up in here, I was playing with different elevations of these windows, and the detail I ended up going with was, I thought I was using plates. I'm actually not going to use these plates. I'm going to try to use bricks. So let me see. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1x4 black bricks. You'll kind of see as I build it what I'm talking about. All right, so there's my black bricks. A few more. Okay. So the windows. This is kind of what takes the longest. I'm looking at the chat. Donnie A. Bear says, "Did you get all those masonry bricks from sets, or did you buy those separately?" Believe it or not, most all of them came from sets. I think this dark tan color is or was really popular in Lego Ninjago. They had that kind of jungle sub theme with all the Anaconda snake villains. They used a lot of that color masonry profile brick in their sets. I remember one specifically, I think it had like 20 or 30 of them in there. So, but I do believe when I make Bricklink orders, which is not very often, it's one of those things that I always check to see if the seller that I'm buying from, if they have any. I usually grab all of them that they have in their store and load my cart up with that just as filler items. But I know this past year, or here recently at my my local lug that I'm a part of, we had our lug bulk order go in, and I did order the tan colored. So this color right here, there's a tan colored brick. I think I only have 2 of them right now that I've gotten in sets. But it qualified for one of the items that we could buy through lug bulk. I think I ordered like 500 or 600 of them. So that'll give me a new color to work with in my mocks. So the windowsill detail that I'm doing here is a lot of small parts. I'll show you a close up here in a second once I get these last 2 pieces on. All right, so let's see if it'll focus. There it is. So it's the 1x1 plate with the clip on it. And right as I say it'll focus, it goes out of focus. And then it has the 1x2 plate with the bar piece in between it. So you can kind of see that on all of them going down. Camera's doing a terrible job focusing. That's the one bad thing about these webcams is their autofocus is not that great. Anyway, so that's the black parts that I put all the way around. Now, let me move some of these bins out of the way. I'm done with these. Next is all the windows. So you can see I use all these black frames with the glass piece in there. It gives it a nice contrast. It's showing really darker on the camera than what it looks like in real life. But it's basically all of these 1x2 by 2 window frames. And you can see I have a whole bag of them here. This was actually a Bricklink order that I made. A seller happened to have hundreds of them, literally hundreds. They probably got a set that had quite a few of them in, and they parted the set out and sold them to me. Now, I only think I grabbed 100 of them. The bad thing about it is when I ordered them, they didn't have the glass. So you see I have all of my 1x2 windows dumped out here. The reason I have them dumped out is because I'm popping the glass. I'm popping the glass out of each one that I need a glass piece for. So I'm not about to put non-glass windows on my mock. It's like I make some concessions here and there, but in my opinion, it needs the glass. So once I pop them on there, I'll show you what one of the completed window modules looks like. You basically take two, put one on top of each other, repeat that. Right there. Put a brick on top. So that's the completed module. And then I'm going to have a layer of the dark bluish gray going across to kind of cap it off, make it look like a cast stone piece or some sort of banding that goes around the building. All right, got 4 more of these glass pieces popped out. Got parts hitting the ground. Definitely when I do my mocks and I'm just pulling my bins of parts. Granted, the way I sort it and the way I build, my sorting technique works for the way I build. But the consequence of it is I have a lot of bins that I've pulled out and they're literally scattered all around my workspace. So it makes the room look cluttered, but it's an organized clutter, if that even makes sense. Some people it may or may not make sense. The other thing with these little glass pieces is they're actually hard to get out. I can't really push my finger through there and pop that glass out. So I'm using a brick separator and actually just poking it through. And you can see it kind of pops that glass piece. Makes it easier for me to get it on. the one thing I'll have to remember next time I place a Bricklink order is check every store for glass every time I'm in there ordering something. To be honest with you, with so many sets that I build and then a lot of lug bulk stuff that I get, I really don't have to make very many Bricklink orders anymore. I used to make quite a few when I first started my custom Lego City. But it is really crazy how fast the parts have accumulated over the past 2 years. Yeah, Donna, I've seen your comments asking me to build the Ghostbusters headquarters. I still have that set on my wanted list. I have not purchased it yet, though. It's such a big set. And with the big sets come large amounts of money. I could buy it, but it would blow my whole Lego budget for the month. So there's so many new sets that are coming out. It's so hard for me to pull the trigger on a big set right now. I wish that was a set that Amazon or some other place carried it that ran sales pretty frequently. The Lego store close to my house actually had one of those headquarters sets. Oh man, I dropped a glass piece and I can't see it. They're transparent and it's blended in with the ground. I found it. The Lego store had a Ghostbusters headquarters on the dents and damaged rack or whatever they call it, where they usually give you at least at my store, they'll give you like a 20% discount on the set if has a damaged box. Granted, the contents of the inside of the box are probably fine. But large sets like that are damaged, they actually don't give you a percentage off. They give you extra VIP points. So they try to equate those VIP points to like a cash value. And in my mind, a VIP point is not worth any cash. You have to spend money to get it, and you have to spend full price money. So anyway. I've never submitted to Lego Ideas. I really have not had any desire to. I've seen some of the people that submit, some of the projects that are submitted, and I definitely feel my mocks are not worthy compared to some of the good stuff that's on there. Not saying I wouldn't be able to get there one day, but right now I just don't feel like mine are that spectacular. They're just generic Lego City buildings. I don't think you'd want an idea set of a generic building. All right. Got my last windows here, so we can start to finish this off. Actually, I think I'm just going to stream until I finish this third level. And then next time I start building some more onto it, I'll stream again. It probably won't be until either late this weekend or sometime early next week, because I have a bunch of stuff already on the schedule for tomorrow through Sunday. All right, so what's next? So we've seen it from nothing to here. We're making some progress. Got a couple blank spots there. I need to put a tile on. Grab my tiles. Oops. All right, those tiles, cap that off. All right, let's get my dark bluish gray band going. Start with a 1x1 there. What I like to use for the banding is these bricks with the rail in it. See, it has that rail profile. If it focuses, well, you kind of get the idea, I guess. Do I have to hold it farther away? There it goes. So those are where I'm going to use, going all the way around here. It just adds a little bit of extra profile, a depth profile. Okay. What's up, Psycho Penguin Bricks? I am building a custom building for my Lego City. So my Lego City has been kind of dormant as far as expanding, and all the stuff in my Lego City is all custom buildings. I don't use modular buildings. I use the modular style, so you can see it's modular format, but they're all custom buildings. So this is one of the buildings that's going to be in my Lego City. All right. Some corner plates. I wonder if it's easier if I just take this off. So you can see custom, modular format. I can just remove a level and continue to work on it. So you can see it's like that. I wanted to do this so I can show you kind of what's going on the top side. There we go. I think that view will let you see what's going on. So remember when I built these walls, I didn't care about the stickers on the inside. So once the roof is on, it's going to be so dark in there. So I'm not lighting the interior or anything up. You'll never see what's in there. So I don't really care about those stickers that you see. Good night, Tom. Thanks for joining. Cool. So it does look like Brick Universe is going to be in Cleveland. Never been to Cleveland. I might have to try to make it up there once. Two, 4, 6, 2 and a 3. All right. Trying to figure out which plates I need for the next section here. I'm actually going to keep these out because I'm going to use them. All right. So there we go. Got my layer of plates going around. Now, remember this dark bluish gray band has to come all the way through. And you can see that this brick is level with the top. So I have a trick to make that band go through. So let me grab a few more plates and I'll show you what trick I used. Yeah. I'll grab a few more plates. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put this dark tan plate on the top, and you can see it's a 2x plate. It spans all the way from column to column. Put those there. And since these plates span all the way across, what I'm actually going to do is take one of these plates with the rail and pop it on the underside of that plate. So once it's on the underside, now you can see that that line runs perfectly through. So 2 more over here. And I have a longer version that'll go there. So these are the 1x8 plates with the rail. So that longer variety fits perfectly under there. So now our little color stripe goes all the way through. It's almost like I meant to do that. All right, a few more plates. That one there. Put our long one under here. And need 4 more of the 2s. Donnie asks, how does Brick Universe differ from other cons? Not much, to be honest with you. I've only been to one other con. I went to actually 2 others, but it was run by the same group. I am going to Brick World Chicago this summer. So that'll be my third different one. By different, I mean different organizers. So all these cons are run by different companies or entities. I don't know how you'd want to call them, but the Brick Fest, which I've been to 2 of those, are very similar to Brick World. I mean, Brick Universe. As far as the public days, they have a lot of the same activities. There's games the kids can play. There's a lot of Lego displays that people can look at. Now, the thing I like about Brick Universe is if you have enough stuff to fill up a table or 2 or 3, you can actually go for free. They that's kind of their payment to you for providing stuff for people to come and look at, is they will let you come in for free. Whereas all the other cons that I've been to, well, I take that back. Some of them, if you're a disc player, they do let you go for free, but there's usually not what they call AFOL days. But Brick Universe does have AFOL days, and it's free if you can bring stuff. I think if you don't bring stuff to fill up on a table, they do charge a small admission fee for the adult days, just to partake in some of the activities, because they do give you like little goodie bags and some free items, but it's more going there to hang out with like-minded people that, you know, enjoy the hobby just like you. So that's really the benefit of going to any con, is you can easily talk to people because they're there because the same reason you're there. So there's a lot of people there that have the same interests and hobbies, and you find a lot of similarities and talk to people real easy. All right. So got that. So we're almost done with the 3rd level. There's just one more layer of detailing that I'm going to do around the top. Let me see. I had my bin out here. There it is. You know, I'm going to bring the building back over and put it back on top. So. Okay. That easily pops on there. This building's looking nice. It's getting nice and tall, and the proportions are nice. Donnie says, "What windows are those?" These are just the 1x2x2 standard Lego window frame. Just put them all next to each other and stack them up, and it just makes it look like a nice divided light window. All right. So the top. Okay. I was reading comments. Let's focus. Focus on what we're doing here. I have the Daily Bugle over there. I was pulling parts from it. I usually take apart most of my Lego sets that I build. I built that one, geez, almost a year and a half ago, and just never took it apart for some reason. And I needed some of those window frames for the bottom down here. Well, I guess you can't see it. These bottom windows here, you see that it's missing right there, and you can see there's some tiles missing off of that. So I was harvesting it for parts, and I've been known to do that with models that I've had built. And I'm like, I could use that part that's on that model right there, and then I just pop it off. Leave the rest of the model put together. Pretend like nothing happened. Nothing to see here. We're just missing some parts. All right, let me get some bricks. So this detail going around this layer, I guess you would call it. That's the way this building is built on. Windows, the gray band, and then I have this layer of kind of profile bricks. So you can see up here, I put the brick with the slots on it. Now I'm using these log bricks. There's another name for them. I can't remember what it's called, but it's some sort of nickname. I don't know. And my bin of these is actually pretty full, so I'm glad I'm using a lot of these. That way I have room to fill it up with more as I take apart sets. It's like when I see my spare parts bins filling up, I know it's time for me to make a mock, specifically a mock that uses those parts. Palisade brick. Thanks, Seth. That's right. For some reason, I've always called them log bricks. I've heard, I didn't make that up. I've heard that somewhere. But here recently, I guess the proper nickname, if that even is a thing, is the Palisade brick. That's what I've heard people call it a lot more recently. All right. So this is basically the last layer of parts. It's going to go on the top, and I'm going to put some tiles, just like the standard Lego modular format, where you put tiles around the top. And we'll more or less be done with this portion of it. All right, one more brick and tile time. Okay. Pretty much very top. All right, so tiling. Let me pop this off and show you. I'm more or less going to do it just like I did this level. So you can see, similar to a modular format, you have all these tiles going around, and then you have these modified tiles with the two studs on the end. So pop this level on, start grabbing my tiles. This is another one I'm glad I'm using tiles from. So I have overflowing of tiles in this bin. make room to dump them out. Thought I could do it in my hand. How's that for a bin of tiles? It's all 1x6s, dark bluish gray. What is your favorite Lego theme? Seth Clark asks that. Definitely Lego Technic. That's my favorite theme. Second favorite is probably right now. It's probably a tie between Nexo Knights and Ninjago. Both of those themes are really impressive to me. I enjoy those a lot. Quick separator time, because this has a sticker on it. I don't want to use that. Grab a few more tiles. Trying to find my tiles that are not stickered, since all of these parts are from disassembled sets. There's a lot of parts that have stickers on it. One of the reasons why I never really liked putting stickers on. I didn't put stickers on my sets for years, but people that watched my videos were throwing a fit. I mean, just really upset that I didn't put stickers on. So I gave in for my fans, started putting stickers on. And I kept telling them, I said, as soon as this gets disassembled and I start using it for mocks, there's gonna be stickers everywhere. But no, they didn't listen. All right, so pull this out a bit. Readjust this. Sorry for the shakiness here. So that's where I'm going to end today. So it's almost complete. What I have left is the top kind of a cornice piece, or I don't know, coping type piece, and the roof. So that will all be built similar to this fashion, where it's just going to be a piece that pops off, and I'll build the roof on top. So when I do that, I'll try to go ahead and do another live stream, and you guys can hop in if you're available then. So these live streams that I'm going to be doing are just going to be random here and there, not a lot of advertisement or scheduling of them. It's just going to be kind of when I have time. But I appreciate everyone that jumped in. I'm going to call it a night. It's getting close to my bedtime. So thanks, Donnie. Thanks, Seth Clark, Donna Clifford. See, Nathan Dirksen. There's a few other people in earlier. So thanks, everyone, for joining. Appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and we'll see you in the next one.